We're heading back home to Belgium after 3 months of living in Sydney and 1 month of running our business. And somewhere between Sydney, Japan, London, and home, we thought we'd reflect on 5 things we've learned this month as new business owners. Lesson 1 is that nothing works without rhythm. What do you think?
Anyway, she's being pretty slow. So, lesson 1, nothing works without rhythm.
I think this is probably the biggest thing we've learned, and it's that business needs rhythm, not a strict routine. It needs to have a rhythm that listens to your energy level. So a routine is defined by time and is bound by time.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a general boarding call for all passengers.
It follows a schedule that's very difficult to be flexible and change. And a rhythm is based on rituals, things that, make you feel good, activities, habits.
We learned this the hard way last night when we were editing throughout the night again. Again.
Yeah.
It's about the journey. It's about the journey. So we're learning as we go, building up systems. Yeah, just trying to start every day with clarity and prepare the week ahead with clarity as well. I think that's a key thing we should definitely work on.
It's our second week of doing content, so we're getting in the rhythm of planning content, creating content, editing, posting, and we will get there as long as we try to stay aligned with our why and our vision and our purpose, and just give it our all and try our best. But I think it is important that we have experiences like last night and just kind of know, okay, that's not how it's supposed to go, and try to make positive changes to prevent it from happening, but at the same time not shame ourselves for going through something like that, because it is part of the journey of owning a business, making content, experimenting, and figuring out what works, what rhythm works, because a rhythm is key.
For sure.
We have landed at Tokyo International Airport. The time here is now 5:33 in the afternoon.
Tokyo Haneda Terminal 3 International Airport to be complete. We're just waiting for our flight, which is several hours later.
15.
We'll survive. 12 hours to go.
We would like to share the second lesson that we've learned in our first month of running this business, which is that tools don't build a business, you do.
Tools only assist.
Yeah. So we've mentioned this before in our previous video, where we also believed that we needed a lot of tools and softwares to have a successful business. But in the end, all that we needed was a planner, the entrepreneur's planner, a tool that we built for ourselves to plan ahead and stay in tune with our why and our vision. We have a platform where we keep all of our information, strategies that we have. It's a list of clients that we have and information for those clients. We use Notion, but you can use Google Docs, Word, anything like that. And then we use a platform to create graphic design, Canva, and an editing software.
A lot of creators say create things with the tools you have right now. It's actually quite true.
Yeah.
We do have a DSLR. We don't really use it because just use the iPhone instead.
Yeah.
Because it's more convenient and less bulky.
Yeah.
Except for this microphone. We invested in it. 30 euros.
It's iconic, it's unique.
It's our statement piece.
It's our statement piece. I think it's very easy to turn to practical solutions like software and tips and tricks to kind of solve your business issues, or if you want to grow your business, I just need to download this software and I just need to download this and that and then it will work. But honestly, for us, the most fulfilled we have felt in this business journey is when we had clarity on how we were showing up as a brand and felt aligned with why we were.
We had this idea to record the 5 lessons we learned in our first month of running a business while traveling across the world from Sydney to Belgium. But by the time we hit our second transfer, we were completely drained. No perfectly timed recordings between flights. And honestly, that's kind of the point. This first month has already taught us something huge. You don't need to hustle through everything to prove you're doing it right. Sometimes resting is part of the work. So instead of filming each lesson along the way, we decided to tell the story now, with all the jet lag, travel clips and realness that came with it.
Lesson 3 is that fear shows up right before something good is about to happen. Like we talked about in last week's video, fear can show up in different ways and different thoughts. But the point is that what's behind it is fear and not being able to give up control and surrender to the process and the journey. But what we noticed is that this feeling always came before a win. It came before we got our first client, before we learned a pivotal lesson, before we put out that first video and started our content journey. So we're learning not to run from that feeling, but embrace it and work through it. Our fourth lesson is that people matter more than algorithms. The best moments this month weren't our metrics. They were the DMs, the clients we truly connected with, the conversations. Because we're not building for the algorithm. We're building for actual humans. That's one of the realizations we had that helped us with fear of failure probably the most. The trust that our content and our business will be shown to the right people for the season that we are in that moment. For us personally, we believe that God is giving us exactly what we need right now. The first meeting we had with our second client was a true testament to this. The call literally went on and on because we clicked so well and were so interested in his business. That was truly a moment for us where we realized we had created the right business.
This is the reason of our celebration. A life well spent. Lesson 5. Slow is sustainable. This month reminded us that building slow and intentionally is what actually lasts. We don't want a viral moment, we want a sustainable business that's built on purpose, not pressure. We don't think it's a coincidence that we're back home in Belgium right now. This is where our family and closest friends are, where the pace is slower and our actions need even more intention. We're excited for our next adventure, which should be London. But we're also excited to grow here where it all started and spend time with our favorite people.
That was our first month of running a business in our 20s. The wins, the challenges, the lessons. If you're building something too, we hope this reminded you to do it your way, intentionally and on your own rhythm.